Tom.
Welcome to a brand new week. It is Friday, and the reason I haven't really been vlogging that much is because for the past 3 days I've just been getting stuff ready for this trip, which I'm going up to the Dallas area to go to a wedding with Donna.
After a wealth of comments on social media, I'd like to take this opportunity to say the phrase, going to a wedding implies going to someone else's wedding. We now return you to your regularly scheduled vlog.
And then 3 days after I get back from that trip, I have to go to Georgia for a recording trip with the Runaway Guys. So I've just been getting a ton of work done and whatnot. I skipped streaming yesterday just so I can get everything I needed to up to par with what I wanted to. And I'm probably gonna be doing some more work once I get up to Dallas. So yeah, I'm getting everything packed up. 3-hour drive up there should be the 3-hour drive up there should be a breeze. I've made it many times before. If I put it on a podcast or something, then it doesn't really seem to take nearly as long. So there's that. In terms of what's been going on this week, it's mostly been recording. I got back into making videos for the Wind Waker because of that new schedule I was talking about last week. I also unveiled that new schedule on stream because I was originally planning on playing Hitman, but then Hitman wasn't working for 3 hours for the stream. So I started kind of going over what my plans were for a new schedule, for new Patreon stuff, and all that jazz. So hopefully I can kind of get on that, make the update video, and start adopting that schedule fairly early on. So that way I could just kind of get into it. I also really want to get into recording ahead, by maybe 2 or 3 weeks. That way I just have a buffer for, if I get more than 3 weeks ahead, then I can kind of ease back and take a little bit of vacation time. I did that a little bit with Fire Emblem Three Houses this past week. I recorded I've already got next week's stuff recorded. I had that recorded for quite a while now, and ultimately I just kind of want to beat the game because I'm kind of getting impatient with the way I'm kind of going about recording it. However, when I record the other houses, I'm going to be streaming them, so that should make it a little bit easier for that, because then I can get instant feedback on things, and the people who watch the stream can kind of get a little bit extra out of it, because there's going to be stuff edited out in that people watching on YouTube won't be able to see. And the reason for that is mostly due to time constraints. You don't want to see me just running back and forth between places, or God forbid fishing, just doing a buttload of fishing. And it's partly for YouTube algorithm too. The reason why a lot of people don't leave in that kind of stuff is because people generally tend to skip that, and a lot of the money you make from YouTube is based on retention time, or the amount of time people are actually watching the full video. So there's that. Anyway, I'm gonna finish packing and then get on the road, and the next time we talk, I will be in Dallas. So I've made it here to Donna's place. And she's having a great time playing some Untitled Goose Game.
Honk.
Is this game of 2019 for you?
So good.
It's great. It's so good.
I love Goose.
So I had to show her that. We went and got some Tex-Mex for dinner. And we also had to do some shopping because I was woefully unprepared for the wedding. I had to get new shoes and basically knew everything except for pants. I had pants.
Did you tell them whose wedding it was? Because it's just the wedding.
Yeah, it's your cousin's wedding.
Okay.
I think I mentioned that before.
Okay.
I think I mentioned that I said I was going to a wedding.
Okay.
But using the phrase "going to a wedding," I saw people commenting on and in the chat that I was streaming on, saying, "You're getting married."
Exactly. So, because I didn't see you when I guess you were vlogging before this.
Well, I didn't just refer to it as the wedding. I said we're going to a wedding. But usually when you're going to a wedding, that doesn't mean you're getting married.
Yeah.
So just had to make that abundantly clear. Did you go?
We're not getting married tomorrow? What?
That would have been all over social media if that was the case. It is Sunday. Yesterday, Donna and I went to her cousin's wedding. It
was my cousin.
Because apparently when you say you're going to a wedding, people think that it's going to be your wedding. It wasn't my wedding. Anyway, it was a very lovely time. A very small, cozy kind of affair for the wedding.
A very small Mormon wedding.
Yes, I didn't realize that at the time there was a Mormon wedding. When we found the location was at the Church of Latter-day Saints of Jesus Christ or something along those lines.
I didn't know that was a Mormon church at all, honestly, or else I would have been like, okay, let's prepare ourselves for this.
Well, I guess we didn't really need to. There's a lot of grumblings here and there about there not being alcohol at the wedding. It was a very like I said, it was a very small, close-knit wedding. I'd say maybe 40 people total in attendance.
Yeah, it was a little baby country wedding.
Yeah, it was they. It was it looked like a makeshift, or not really make it like a makeshift, but they altered a gymnasium to just kind of be the wedding ceremony, because I remember the basketball hoops above the area there, and 3 rows of seats and then a bunch of tables behind it. The reception was there too, and it was barbecue.
Called it.
Donna predicted it'd be barbecue, and it was definitely barbecue.
Barbecue and country music.
Yeah. It was delicious, though. The barbecue was very good. It was brisket, and then they had a baked potato bar and salad. Did they have anything else there that aside from the cake?
Punch and sparkling juice.
Oh yeah, punch and sparkling juice, because it was a Mormon wedding. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, got back here fairly early. We went to, where did we go to eat last night?
Was that the one where wait, was that last night? I don't think we ate anything last night. I think we just.
You're right. You are right. Because we ate a lot at the wedding.
Yeah.
And it was a very heavy meal at the wedding too.
Last night we went to the movie. We saw the.
That's right. We went to Joker. We went to see Joker last night. That was a good movie. Unsettling, very unsettling. Joaquin Phoenix did a really good job as Joker. That's something that everybody's said. It's a very interesting movie, kind of two minds in it. I think my favorite part of it, though, was that they basically played it off the period piece portion of it very well, and going all the way to the logos and the credits, where the opening logo for Warner Brothers was the 1970s Warner Brothers logo, and the credits, instead of it being a scroll, was fade in and fade out to different titles. So anyway, today I helped Donna get set up on OBS because she was using a free version of XSplit before. And it was it wasn't great. Free version XSplit, I think you're stuck at 720p, 30 FPS, and her computer and internet are capable of doing so much more. So I got her set up on OBS, and the next time she streams or records using OBS, it should be much higher quality, giving her the quality that she needs. And today we're actually going downtown Dallas to go to, was it his book tour? It was Binging with Babish's book tour. So we're going to get something to eat beforehand, so that way we're not sitting in the audience being tortured by delicious smelling food. Although I guess it would depend on the venue as to whether or not you could actually cook there.
Yeah, I don't know. Even then, we're kind of going to be further away.
Yeah, so we're not going to be able to actually eat any of it. Although that the smell is just going to it's going to fill the entirety of it, depending on what they're cooking. So yeah, we're going to go eat first. I think we're going to go get sushi, and we'll have a good time from there. It is Monday. Just got back from Donna's place. It was a long drive. Anyway, the Binging with Babish show was really good. It was basically just he answered, he did sort of like a live FAQ, where a bunch of people, questions were asked, and they took the ones that people asked him the most and gave responses to, and told stories and whatnot. And then he also did an open Q&A session, which was a lot of fun. Very, very very good. Good to get a lot of background into him and whatnot, and how he started and everything. And one thing I didn't know is that the tickets came with a free copy of his book. This is Binging with Babish, 100 recipes recreated from your favorite movies and TV shows, which includes a lot of stuff in here, including stuff from SpongeBob and there's so many things, SpongeBob, It's Always Sunny. So at some point I kind of want to take a crack at making one of these. Maybe I'll attempt to make milk steak from It's Always Sunny. So yeah, but after that, we pretty much hung around for a little bit and then went to bed immediately after that. And then once the next morning came, this morning rather, we mostly just kind of vegged out and hung out for the day. I can't remember. I don't remember what we ate for a meal that morning. It was but yeah. And she also showed me. Oh, what movie was it? It was one I'd never seen before, and it was a Tarantino film. Inglourious Bastards. I had never seen Inglourious Bastards, so she showed me that. That was a really good movie. Very like it's a long movie, and the pacing is like slow, but it doesn't feel like it drags. And like, you know, there's a lot to like take in on the movie. Like a lot of the people in the movie are like renowned in some way, but like they never like interact directly, but they'll reference each other throughout the movie because of like each person's like fame or infamy. So it's really interesting to see that and how that kind of goes about for it. And it, you know, the way the climax comes about and everything, and just like how everything kind of like comes together is like, it's really neat. And like a lot of like, just, it's really good. Definitely up there. Like one of my top 5. And, you know, I say top 5 even though I haven't seen a lot of movies, but still it was a really good movie. And then I drove home. I got stuck in Waco on the way back here between Dallas and Austin. And the reason for that is because I pulled off to grab a bite to eat and to use the bathroom. And then when I tried to get back on it, the service roads that were running parallel in the direction I wanted to go on I-35 were closed. And that's the only way to get back on the highway. So I had to just like follow side roads that were running alongside the service roads and like, you know, veering in, then turning out, and then veering in, then turning out. And then until like I found part of the service road that was open, then was able to get back on. So that was quite the trip. So anyway, I'm home safe now. It'll probably be Thanksgiving the next time. It will be Thanksgiving the next time Donna and I meet, because she's gonna be coming down here for Thanksgiving along with my family. I need to head to bed though because I'm very tired after that drive. So next week, for those of you who are wondering about that, even though this will probably be out and you'll probably already be notified of what's happening next week, I'm going to be heading to Georgia to record with the Runaway Guys. So that should be a fun trip. We'll be gone for about a week from the 1st of November to the 8th. So you kind of have like 2 vlogs that have TRG stuff in it. So that'll be fun. And then, man, I gotta get to bed and I gotta get a ton of work done for the following week. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. The 3 days before I leave for Georgia are gonna be awful. But I digress. I had a pretty good week and I hope you all did too. So, I'll see y'all in the next one. Later!